Hey, happy Tuesday. I hope that you guys are having a great morning so far. I know it's later in the day on the East Coast. It's 9:30 here in Vegas, here on the West Coast, and it's just a beautiful day. It's already starting to heat up. Crazy, crazy heat. But that's okay. I chose to live here. I love living here. Vegas has just got something special about it. I can't really explain it other than to say, come on out and visit us. You'll see for yourself just why I'm loving it here. So my name is Leslie Godet, and I'm an empowerment coach. And what I do is I help my clients get a handle on their mental clutter so they're freed up to pursue their dreams and aspirations and turn their visions into their realities. So today I wanted to talk to you about something which, really you think about it, it can get in our way. The external forces, the things that go on around us externally, everything that's happening to us, everyday life, versus our internal voices, the things that we're listening to, we're telling ourselves. And how do we allow that to the external, if we allow it to influence our internal, or if we're going to allow our internal to influence our external, or just like what are we doing? So are you letting external forces influence your internal mindset? Ask yourself that question. And if you are you going to continue down that road? Are you going to continue letting the external things happening around you influence you internally, which then influences the things that you do, the things that you say, who you are? Or are you ready to take back control of your headspace? Because that's really the important question. Are you really ready, willing, and able to take back up here? Because that's what you have control of. Your internal voices, the things that you say to yourself, your mindset, you have control over that. And all of the stuff that's going on around us has the ability to influence us if we allow it. Whether it's the negative or the positive, it's really up to us. So I'll give you some examples. Like, say you're a busy mom. You work, so you have a corporate job. Maybe you work 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 8 to 5, 8 to 5:30. I think you get the point here. You're gone. You're busy. Like, you have a huge busy day, just work wise. And maybe it's a really stressful job, and the things that you're doing is like it's crazy. And then you, on top of that, you have kids, and maybe they're young kids, well, or maybe they're older kids. It doesn't matter. Either way, kids can influence things that go on with the adults. I know I'm not a parent, but I can reflect back on my experiences with my mom. And you're married, so you have your husband, and so those are exterior. So exterior meaning you got your kids, your family, your home life, all of that stuff, your work life. And how is that affecting you up here, like your internal mindset? And so, hey, here's an example. Something happens during the day. So you're at work, you have young kids, and you're at work and you get a call. And then you get a call from the school. Well, right now the kids are out for school, out for the summer, but they're going to be going back next month, actually, in a lot of places. So you got kids in school and you get a call and you got to go to the school. You got to drop everything at work. You're totally busy. And that adds stress. So that's externally adding stress. And then you start internally thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? This is crazy. So that's one scenario. Or how about you're the woman in a corporate working world and you're a workaholic? And on top of that, not only are you a workaholic, you're a perfectionist. Everything that you do, you have to do perfectly. Or you're extremely hard on yourself if you don't do something right the first time. I can relate definitely to this one before I got married, and even during my marriage, I've been this way when it came to corporate America, and I was always a perfectionist. Man, it was hard when I didn't do something right. The harder part was actually owning up to my mistakes. I learned though that by doing that, I got more respect from people being able to own up to what happened and saying, okay, this is what happened. I'm coming with a solution. I'm going to fix it. But that was really tough. That's hard. I don't know if you can relate to me, but that's hard, right? Actually owning up to something that you did, that you had control over, and you messed up. And that's just life. That's just life. There's nothing you can do. Or how about this? You're trying to start your own business. But now you're getting in your head, you're unsure, self-doubt creeps in because externally you might be seeing other people who are just killing it. And social media is good for that. So you're on Facebook, you're scrolling through, you see people that are doing really, really amazing things. And you're thinking, holy, who do I think I am? They're doing so amazing. Who said I can even, how can I even how can I even compare to that? Again, now that word compare comes in. Comparison game. No, don't do that. Not good. You're on your journey, they're on their journey. Just stay in your own lane. And I say that in a loving way because I want you to stay in your own lane and just look after you. Because you're on your own journey. And what you have to offer is different than what someone else has to offer. It might be similar, but it's different because it's coming from you. It's your thoughts, the energy you put into it. So again, trying to start your own business and you get in your own way. You get into your head. Or maybe how about this? You're successful and then something happened to rock your boat a little bit. And so now uncertainty creeps in. Self-doubt creeps in. The external forces are taking control of your internal mindset. What do you do there? I mean, that's crazy. That's another thing. You're successful. What's going on? You're asking yourself, what's wrong with me? I'm successful. I'm doing great. So why is this happening? So I know that people are tuning into the lives, and I really appreciate that you do this. And I want to share this information because I want to help you. If I can help you, that's like gold for me. But what would really be even better is if you drop me a line and let me know that you're there. Engage with me. Because you never know. Let's start a dialogue because you never know. If we start a dialogue right now and we start talking about what I'm talking about today, like the external forces versus the internal mindset, if we started a dialogue like right now, you never know who might be listening or who might listen later, watch this back. And you might be helping them because we started a dialogue, we're asking and answering questions, and we're helping someone, maybe helping ourselves, but we're also maybe helping somebody else who may need to hear what you have to say because of the dialogue we started. Like I said, I've started the conversation and now you can join in. I would love it if you joined in. So again, going back to like external forces, it's so easy for us to allow life, everything that's going around in our life, to influence our internal mindset, to influence that voice in our head that's either is saying, great job, because you've allowed yourself to take control of your mindset, or to say, who do you think you are? You're stupid. I told you so. You can't do this. It's impossible. There's no way that you can do this. You're not worthy of this. If we allow the external forces of things that are going on around that might happen just as we're in the middle of trying to make things better, that we're trying to actually achieve goals, and just something happens to rock our boat, regardless of what we're doing in our life, if we allow all that stuff to influence us, our internal mindset, we'll never get off that horrible hamster wheel cycle of where we're just continuously doubting ourselves and the self negative talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like those things will never stop if we don't take control and allow ourselves to let this influence our external forces. Be the positive inside of you. Be positive. Do for yourself positive. Talk to yourself positively. Tell yourself that you're capable, that you're worthy, and go out there and just be influential to yourself by showing up as the person that you want to be, showing up for others as the person that you know you are, so that you can influence your external forces. And then positive external forces can come back to you and influence you, and that becomes a healthy circle of external versus internal, because you are allowing the external, which is positive, your surroundings, because you're putting yourself in those positive places, those positive environments, interactions, and allowing you to become better, for a better person better at what you're doing. And so your internal voices start becoming more positive and you start being more grateful. But again, that's a lot of work, yes, but it's worth it because you're worth it. I know I'm worth it. Every day I make sure that I show up for me. Every day, good morning. Every day I make sure that I do my daily routine, my morning routine, without fail. Why? Because it gets me in the right mindset. So internally, my headspace, I'm talking to myself saying, if something hard comes along, a task, a goal I want to achieve, I say, okay, Leslie, this is what do you need to do? Let's figure this out. Why do you think that you can do this? Because you're worth it. You're worthy. You can do this. All you have to do is look for the ways to achieve your goal. You can do this. You are worthy of this. I just continuously tell myself these things. I make sure that it becomes an inner monologue with myself, inner dialogue with myself, where I'm talking to myself and reinforcing all of the good things that I believe about myself and just continuously saying it. Now, you might not believe that about me, and that's okay. You might not believe that about others, and that's okay. But if you start believing it about yourself, you will then be a better person. You'll show up as the better version of yourself. Then you'll be able to start influencing your external surroundings. Everything around you will become better because up here, you've worked on it. So again, if you're that busy working mom and you have so much going on and you're trying to figure out, what do I do? Or maybe you're that woman in the corporate world who's a workaholic and on top of that, a perfectionist. Everything has to be perfect. And then feeling really horrible if you have to own up to something that you did that didn't turn out the way you wanted, and now you've got to go back and fix it. Or maybe you're trying to start your own business, but you're getting in your head, you're getting in your own way, you're unsure, you're unclear, you have self-doubt. Or maybe you're already successful and all of a sudden something comes along to rock your boat, and now self-doubt is starting to creep in, uncertainty starts to creep in. And there's ways to actually deal with that. But you have to be willing to put you first. So I've got an upcoming workshop. It's called Break the Cycle. And it's basically how you change the patterns based around triggers, responses, and rewards. So triggers are going to happen. It's inevitable. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change it. It's just a fact of life. But how you react and respond is where you have the control, so that your rewards are positive. So you either react to your trigger and let it take you down the road to guilt, shame, and regret, or you react to your trigger, you pull up your big girl panties or your big boy pants, and you get back at it, and you allow yourself to then come through whatever it is that has gotten to you, that has triggered you. And at the end of it, you have triumphs, the things that you can celebrate because you didn't allow something that triggered you to bring you right back to a place that you don't like to be, so that you've gone down that road to guilt, shame, and regret, rather than the other way around, where you become self-aware and gone down that road to triumph, success. I love that. That's my path. That's where I always want to be. And yes, it's not easy. It takes work. I struggle sometimes too. And I'm an empowerment coach, but I struggle. I'm human. So I will have struggles. Life throws things every day. And things happen, things change. Change will happen. You can't change because change is inevitable. But how do you react and respond to your triggers is where you have the power. You have control. So if you're a control freak and you want to have control, then that's where you want to have control, with how you react and respond to your triggers. I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm having this upcoming workshop. It's on July 25th at West Elm in Summerlin here in Las Vegas. If you're local, love to see you. It's at 6:30 p.m. It's a free workshop. It costs you $0. The only thing I would ask you to ask yourself is this: what's it going to cost me if I don't go? Am I allowing myself to stay on this perpetual cycle of trigger, response becomes negative and it takes me down the road to guilt, shame, and regret? Or am I willing to find out that there is a way and learn this way on how to manage my triggers, so manage my responses and reactions and responses to my triggers so that my rewards are triumphs, successes, happiness. So I hope to see you there. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you know someone who needs to hear this video, please share it. Again, I'd love for you to start a dialogue with me. So if you've got a question, something that you want to know about, let's just start talking about how maybe your external circumstances and how they're affecting your internal mindset. Let's get a dialogue going, because you never know. With you and I talking, we might help somebody who actually is dealing with the same thing and needs to hear an answer, maybe needs somebody to actually point them in the right direction. So again, I hope you have a great day. Again, my name is Leslie Goddard. I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients get a handle on their mental clutter so that they're freed up to pursue their dreams and their aspirations and turn their visions for their lives into their realities. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.